Imagine a global bank launching sweeping AI initiatives across fraud detection, risk modeling, and customer analytics, backed by billions in capital. Yet the returns on this investment were small. Benefits remained incremental, impacts varied wildly between branches, and operational costs stayed high. These AI models performed exactly as intended in test environments, catching fraud and predicting risk with high technical accuracy. The friction occurred during the transition from the lab to the real world, a phenomenon known as the strategy execution gap. To understand why these billion-dollar investments stall, we have to look past the code and examine the structural anatomy of the modern corporation. If we descend beneath the theoretical boardroom strategy, we immediately hit the digital infrastructure of a legacy bank. Artificial intelligence has one strict requirement to function properly. It needs clean, unified data. This illustrates two systems. Left, unified data flows smoothly to a central hub. Right, fragmented data trapped across completely incompatible IT systems. As fragmented streams stall, AI models are starved of information, neutralizing their potential before they launch. Moving horizontally to the human layer, we see how the workforce responds to this fragmented environment. Independent business units, unable to access central data, start building duplicate AI solutions in total isolation. This burns through immense resources. Teams solve identical problems from scratch, creating customized tools lacking any standardization. A fragmented digital foundation naturally breeds a fractured organizational response, trapping brilliant technological models on isolated departmental islands. But let's imagine a scenario where the data is actually perfect and an AI model works flawlessly. Even then, generating a brilliant insight is entirely useless if it is not utilized by a human employee. This flowchart illustrates the breakdown. An AI insight generated at point A breaks off over a chasm, failing to reach the human decision point at point B. An operational model doesn't guarantee insights are embedded into daily decision-making. Finally, we descend into the regulatory layer, where external compliance and legal walls slam down. The banking industry operates under strict requirements for total transparency and explainability in all automated decisions. Because powerful AI models often operate as opaque black boxes, producing answers without showing their math, they cannot meet rigid compliance laws. That makes them legally undeployable, regardless of their accuracy. A perfect technological tool fails if it cannot survive the internal workflows and external rules of the enterprise environment. This journey through the corporate layers reveals a core paradox that legacy organizations face when adopting new technology. This graph shows the illusion of scale. Financial investment in AI skyrockets exponentially, while the organizational capability to actually manage and deploy that technology remains completely flat. Writing the algorithm and building the model is actually the easiest step in the entire process. The unglamorous reality of enterprise AI requires unifying data, tearing down internal silos, and completely rewiring human workflows. Success in the machine learning era requires moving past the isolated brain of the algorithm to rebuild the data connections and human processes that form the organization's nervous system.